happy day 28, December 28th. I'm starting my day off with a face mask because I had another breakout, and it says to use it, I believe, 2 to 3 times a week. Let's see, 1 to 4 times a week. So this is my first time I did it was last Friday, so this is my 3rd time this week, but it just makes my face feel so good that I have to use it. So I'm about to do some editing while I wait on this to finish up, and then I'm gonna start cutting out my fabric for my shirt. Face is all clean and clear. Well, clean, not clear. I uploaded days 26 and 27 onto YouTube, so those are out there, and I got to the toe on my sock. So now I'm gonna go get dressed, probably clean out cat poop, maybe grab something to eat, and then I am going to start cutting out my fabric for my shirt. Thank you, next. Thank you, next. I'm so grateful for my ex. Hi guys, I love this song. Like, how true is this? Like, how many of us have exes that we talk so much shit about, but at the end of the day, like, we wouldn't be who we were without them in our lives, and at one point we obviously loved them because we wouldn't have been with them, right? I know I'm saying a lot of this, and obviously I haven't had a whole lot of experience with dating. I married my husband when I was 18. We met when I was 17, so, or we started dating when I was 17. We met quite a bit before that, but anyway, I love this song. Every time I get in my car and I hear it, I'm like, yes, yes, so empowering. So anyway, it's to me, and one more thing about it before I move on. To me, it's like letting go of the hate and looking at the positive side of everything, and that's what we all need, right? You like my new shirt? I love it. I think it's super cute. I'm gonna have to go back and get the yellow. They had a yellow one like this. They may have had like a black one or a gray one too. And they were like $12, and they were buy one get one half off, and I only got this color because I was like, I don't know if I'll wear that with the shoulders the way they are, but it's super cute and I really like it, so I'm gonna wear it. I went the wrong way. It is 2:40 p.m. and I am on my way to get some coffee from Starbucks because I have been really good. I give myself like between $25 and $50 depending on what's happening that month, and I put it on I take it from my shop account and I put it on my Starbucks app, and that's what I get for that month. So this month I only gave myself $25, or no, I gave myself $50, but I went through it like in the first 10 days. After the first 10 days I had like $10 left. So, and I haven't used it since then. So I am on my way to Starbucks to get me a coffee. I'm probably going to do iced coffee because, guys, it's 58 degrees outside. Like, this is weird. It is crazy. And like, I walked outside in tank top and bare feet this morning. So it's crazy. I am on my way. I already said that. So anyway, so I think iced coffee is what is needed today. I haven't done a lot of vlogging the last 2 days. I've just been really spending all the time with my niece and nephew, crafting. But I was in such a slump yesterday. I was in the biggest slump ever, and I just couldn't focus on anything. I didn't knit, I didn't edit. When I got home from the orthodontist appointment, We went to the orthodontist and she got her braces changed, her colors of her braces changed and her wires tightened. And when we got, after that, I took her to the mall to exchange her shoes, but they didn't have them there, so now we got to go to the mall that's closest to our house, which is fine. I think we're going to do that today when Jason gets off work. But we went into Route 21 and they had a huge plus size section. I will say they don't have any pants. Like, their pant sizes seem to go up to a 20. I know they have it up to 24 and 26s online, but I didn't see any in the store. And it may just be because it was after the holiday rush, because my friend said that they have a lot of stuff there normally. But they had a ton of tops like this, like super cute tops, and they were all buy one get one half off. And I think this top was like $12.99, so it's a good deal. And as much as I'm all about like hand making my clothes and spending money for quality, I normally buy my clothes from like Maurice's or Torrid, and they're typically more expensive, but they hold up really well. I tend to stay away from places like Old Navy and Walmart and where else? Old Navy and Walmart. Target doesn't really carry my size. Their plus sizes are not sized accurately. So in this online, you can get them online, but in the store, they're typically not that big of a selection, and then the sizes are not sized correctly. So anyway, so I tend to stay away from those type of places, but my niece was getting a few things on clearance. She got some really cute stuff. She got a dress for like $5. She got a romper for $5, and it's all stuff that she can only wear over a bathing suit or some shorty shorts underneath. Like, the dress is a little short, but it'd make a really cute bathing suit cover. And anyway, she got that for like $5. She got 2 t-shirts for $5 or $7, and then I got like 6 shirts buy one get one half off. So I am not complaining. It was good there. And then we stopped at Chick-fil-A on the way home and brought everybody home food. And then I had no motivation to do any crafting. I originally was going to start cutting out my pattern pieces, and I just couldn't do it. I was so tired. And I just felt really overwhelmed. And I think bringing another hobby into the mix when I was already pretty overwhelmed with the 2 hobbies that I mostly do, which is knitting and spinning, it was just too much. So what I am gonna do probably this evening, I'm gonna cut out my pattern pieces and then go upstairs, and I think I'm gonna inventory everything that I have as a current width. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna make a list for whips, and it's gonna have shawls, socks, sweaters, hats. I don't think I have any hat whips. Cows, I don't think I have. Oh, I don't know. I don't think I do. I know I have 2 I want to make, but I don't think I started them. So I'm going to do that, and just put everything into its own list. And then I'm going to do that with spinning. I'm going to do that with my diamond painting that I have not done in almost a year. Like, I think I stopped diamond painting last February or March. So I want to organize that. I've got beads all over the place. I got to find them all and organize them. And then I plucked my eyebrows today. Do they look better? They feel better. I did a bit of a self-care this morning, and I think I just needed rest, because I passed out at like midnight last night, and I woke up at like 8 this morning. But then I just woke up from a nap. I don't think I mentioned that. I haven't gotten there. So let me finish what I'm going to do tonight. So I'm going to inventory my diamond painting, my spinning, my knitting, and my sewing. And I'm going to inventory what I have in the works. And then I'm going to make a list of projects that I want to finish this year. that are out, a wish list. So for example, all the Caitlin Hunter sweaters, and I'm gonna say what yarn I'm using it with. So I'm gonna make the Tecumseh, the Sunset Highway, the Zwig. I'll get there eventually. There's a couple other ones I can't remember the name of that I want to make. The colorwork one. What's the other one? I can't remember right now. So those patterns are going to go on there, and then I'm going to put all my Rhinebeck purchases are going to go on there with what I'm making out of them, because I want to get those knit up before Rhinebeck this year. I'm going to make that list, and I bought a new knitting journal. It's like a journal planner thingy, and I am possibly gonna make it in there, but really I probably will just make it in a notebook, because I just want a very simple laid out list. Don't want it to be complicated. And that's what I'm going to use to plan my projects this year. Just start crossing stuff off the list. It's going to feel so good to get organized. So here's what happened this morning is I got up and did a little bit of self-care. I uploaded my last 2 Vlogmas videos while I knit on my sock. I got to the toe on my sock, so now I just need to do the toe and Kitchener it, and then start the second tube. I always do my afterthought heels at the very end for both socks. So I did that, and then I went downstairs and was talking to Jason and was like, I really need to go start cutting out those pattern pieces, but I just feel so tired. I'm unmotivated. I don't want to do anything. I just want to go over there and lay on that couch right now and take a nap. He's like, then do it. He's like, it's your vacation. He's like, if you feel that way, then you probably just need a nap. You're probably just run down and tired and overwhelmed. He's like, go lay down and take a nap. So I did. And it was amazing. And I woke up 3 hours later. I fell asleep at like 11 a.m. And then after having been up for 8, 9, 10, 11, I was only up for like 3 hours. And then I fell asleep for 3 hours. And so I just got up at like 2 something. Excuse me. And when I woke up, it was like a switch flipped. Every morning that I have woke up for the past week or so, I have been dragging. Like, I gotta get out of bed. I gotta do this. And like, just next step, next step, next step. When I woke up from that nap, I popped up off of that couch and he was like, good morning. Because I was just like, it was like a complete difference. So I do need coffee to get some of the grogginess of my fuzziness of my brain to go away so that I can like focus. And so I'm getting coffee and lemonade for Jason because he likes lemonade here. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to trace and cut out my pattern pieces for my shirt. I'm going to try to start the inventory list before I start sewing because I want to put my shirt as a whip on there. But I do... hang on a second. I got to order. Okay, well, that Starbucks was out of strawberry lemonade, which is the only thing Jason will drink. Well, it's not the only thing he will drink from there. It's the only thing he wanted from there. So there's another Starbucks about a half mile away. So I'm going to go to that one and see if they have it. But anyway, so I really want to start making that inventory list. And then when that's done, I will start sewing up my top. And then when that, I'm hoping to get it sewn up today because if it fits well and I like it, I plan to wear it to Cirque du Soleil tomorrow. We're going to Cirque du Soleil. So I'm excited and I kind of hope it fits and it turns out the way my head says it will. But there's this little bit of doubt because I didn't exactly use the fabric that it called for. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, I want to start making my shirt, and at some point when Jason gets off work here in about 2 hours, I know it won't be done before then because there's no way I'm going to cut out and sew up a shirt in 2 hours. But when he gets off work, we are going to go to the local mall to have Kira exchange her shoes. And then we are going to Costco because we need a Costco run. So we're taking the kids and going to Costco, and we have a bigger deep freezer now because and I'm really excited about that because there's all this stuff we love from Costco, but we can never buy it because we don't have any room to freeze it because the freezer we have is really small. So his friend gave us a new freezer a few days ago. So we're going to Costco and we're going to stock up on some goodies, and then probably hit Kroger to get some fresh fruits and veggies because we will begin it's not a New Year's resolution, it just happened to fall on New Year's. We were doing pretty good with like meal prep and stuff, and well, we weren't doing great with eating at home and stuff, and I need some assistance, but I'm struggling with my binge eating, and I'm not necessarily, but I would say I've had a few binges, but I'm off my meds. I had started a resolution on Vlogmas every morning, showing my meds, being like, I'm going to take it today, but I can't beat myself up about not taking it, and I can't clear my mind enough to get on a schedule right now. And I'm trying to remember every day, but I have to take them at certain times. So if I miss my first dose in the morning, then that's it for the rest of the day. So it's not like I can wait and be like, you know, some bottles say like take it as soon as you remember. I can't do that with these meds. So, because if I take it too close to another medication, it could have some pretty severe side effects. So if I miss it, I miss it. And yeah, it sucks. But I've talked to my therapist about it. I made a plan. I'm making a meal plan, and I'm going to stick to it. I know I'm a snacker. So my friend had told me about this Excel sheet that she made because she's doing a New Year's resolution, and she's doing a January cleanse. I'm not doing a cleanse, but she's a snacker too. So my problem is I forget to eat, and then I overeat at dinner time, and then I continue to eat the rest of the day. So what I need is a eating schedule. And it doesn't matter what I'm eating in the beginning. I don't care if it's McDonald's is on the list, which I'm not going to put McDonald's on the list. But my point is, I'm not focused so much about what I'm eating. I'm just trying to get on an eating schedule, and then I can clean it up a little bit. So for example, it starts at like 9 a.m. and I am going to try to incorporate like a Slim Fast shake once a day and an Atkins bar once a day because my dad is using them and he swears by them. So I'm going to try it and see how I like it the first week of January. So 9 a.m. Slim Fast shake. And then 11 a.m. I'll have maybe some fruit. And then 1 p.m. I'll have a salad. And then 3 p.m. I'll have some soup or a vegetable or another fruit. And then 6 p.m. we'll have dinner. So it's like I'm eating every 2 to 3 hours small meals. They're not technically meals, but I would say between 100 and 300 calories depending on the day. That's how much each meal would be. And I would basically have 6 or 7 of those throughout the day. And that'll just keep me full and satisfied. And I'm going to set an alarm on my phone. I'm going to have an alarm for my meds. I'm going to have an alarm for each meal. And that way it's just a reminder. So that's what I'm starting next week. And that's my base point. And if I can stick to that for a couple weeks, then I'll start. Where am I going? I obviously am just talking. I'm taking my normal routes that I take during the business week for the shop. So like right now I am driving to the post office, even though I do not need to go to the post office. I've just been talking to you guys. Let me turn around. So anyway, guess I'm just having too much fun talking to my phone. So anyway, that's the plan. And so we're gonna go to Costco and Kroger to get some fresh fruits and veggies and some frozen meals. And let's see, after that, I'm gonna come back home and sew my shirt up. We're taking the kids home tomorrow morning. We have to be in Cincinnati. The show starts at 4 p.m. So we're gonna leave our house at about 1:30. And then after the show, we're gonna get some dinner in Cincinnati and then come home. Oops, I need to go straight here. Nope, I needed to turn right there. So that's the plan. Tomorrow we'll be going to Cincinnati for Cirque du Soleil. I'm so excited. Hopefully I have a new shirt to wear. So tonight I'm just gonna focus on sewing up that shirt. If I get done with that, there's gonna definitely be some Mario Kart rematches happening because we've had quite the battle the last couple days with the kids. And if there's any time left, I'll work some more on my Desert Visit iWork socks. So those need to be done in 3 days. But anyway, so that's just all the stuff that's been going through my head, and it feels good to get it out because I've been completely overwhelmed, and I feel like I found a solution in creating that list. And I think I thought of it right before I fell asleep. And not only am I going to create the list and the meal plan, but I am going to set like I'm going to schedule time and days to knit and spin and diamond paint and what else is there? What else am I doing? So that way I do a little bit of everything each week and try to have a good balance of crafting time. That being said, I got to get back to dyeing for the shop soon. I've needed this break, but at the same time, it's hard to get started again once you've been off for so long. So I need to figure that out over the upcoming week, but I have a couple more days of vacation before I get into that. All right, well, I am once again in another Starbucks line, so I'm going to order my food, and I will talk to you guys soon. Have a good day. Bye. 4:45 and I have all my pattern pieces cut out and ready to be sewed up. This is all I had left of the fabric. I trimmed it up a little bit, which means I don't know if I'm gonna have enough to make another top out of any of the other fabrics I bought, because I only bought 2 yards of everything, except for this one. There was a little bit of a remnant, about 1/4 yard of a remnant left over, and this is what I have left. So either I need to find a different way to lay out my pieces, or I probably will have to get at least 2 1/4, 2.5 yards to make this top again. So all my other fabrics I bought the other day might go into leggings, but we'll see what happens. But guys, wouldn't this make an awesome project bag? I need to get some interfacing. I'm thinking about making this into a little drawstring project bag for myself. A teeny one. We'll see what happens though. But we are getting ready to leave to go do some errands. And then when I get home tonight, I will start sewing. The shoes have successfully been returned. She got a size that fit. And we went to the grocery store. I'm making taco salad for me and the kids, and manwich for Jason because he doesn't like taco salad and I don't like manwich. So we got a couple of picky eaters in the house. Anyway, so I'm making dinner and then I'm gonna go sew up my shirt when everything is eaten and cleaned up. Hey guys, there's been a little bit of a change in plans. We ended up having to take my niece and nephew back tonight. So it's like 9 p.m. Whew, I'm out of breath. I just walked up them stairs. Been eating too many Christmas goodies. Maybe that's why I keep getting these. But I used my face stuff today and it dried those out. So I'm hoping those are gone soon. I love this top. I kind of wish I would have got the other one, but in the same color. Like, same shirt, different color. So I could have 2 of them. Anyway, I am getting ready to pin together my new top. Here's all the fabric for it. All the pieces have been cut out and I'm gonna start sewing it up. I really hope that I can get it finished tonight so that I can potentially wear it tomorrow as long as everything fits. Guys, Angela, she lives in New York, and Levi and I got to hang out with her at Indie Untangled and Needles Up when we were in Rhinebeck. She is so fabulous. Like, we're actually setting up some, like, video calls in the upcoming week, and I'm trying to convince her to start a podcast. I think she's done some testing for it, but everybody should go and convince her to get moving on that, because I want to watch her podcast. But she's Felici Knitting on Instagram, and this year I went through a huge journey with weight loss and just kind of finding my confidence and trying to be more active, and she's been such a great sounding board. She's been very inspirational and she's super supportive. So we kind of connected through that and through knitting. She introduced me to some yoga accounts that I follow now, which I still haven't started yoga. I used to do yoga, but it's been a really long time. So I want to get back into that. That's one of my goals for 2019. But she sent me this for Christmas. Guys, her and her fiance, she's engaged. She just recently got engaged, but they said, she said they saw this and thought of me, and so they sent it to me, and it is so cute. I have a swell bottle. It's purple, and I have seen these at Target, but I haven't seen this honeybee pattern, so I am thrilled. I always want to buy one, but I never found one that really spoke to me, where like, I'm like, yeah, it's cute, but it, you know, whatever. So I've never seen this one, and it is perfect. So thank you so much, Angela, if you're watching this. And so I am about to settle down, and let me show you the top I'm making. It is called Cashmerette Sewing Patterns, and I can't remember her Instagram username, but somebody that follows me, I started following her, and I noticed that she does a lot of sewing, and we had chat. So when I got a sewing machine, I reached out to her and was like, hey, you know, like, I know you do a lot of sewing, and I'm wondering if you have any recommendations for some sewing patterns that might have plus sizes available. And she told me about cashmerette, and I said beginner. And this is cashmerette. It's a beginner pattern, and it is the Concord t-shirt, and I'm making the striped one over here. So I'm making that exact modifications. But what's really cool about this is it's the same pattern, and there's so many customizable options, but they're super easy to understand when you're trying to cut out the layouts. So you have a high-rise neckline, a V-neck, and then a scoop neck, which I'm doing the scoop neck. You have short sleeve, medium sleeve, and long sleeve. And then you have the option of a straight hem, or I think this is called a scooped hem. I don't know what this is called, but it's kind of like the neckline, it's kind of scooped. So I am making this one exactly because this is the one I fell in love with. So I'm gonna make that, and then I think I might make a few of these versions with long sleeves, but I'm thinking it'll actually be more like this because I'm thinking I'm gonna do this hemline again if I like it. It seems very flattering, and I think it'll be very flattering on my body type. So we'll see what happens. But I think I talked about this before in another video, but I'll just mention it again. It does call for my size. I chose to do the size 24. Technically, I think it recommended the size 28, but when I go by the measurements, but I know that I am small. Like, I did my measurements, but first of all, I did it when I wasn't naked, so I was wearing clothes. And second of all, I typically, when I find size 26 and 28 shirts in the store, they're way too big on me. And so I normally wear between 18 and 24. So I actually made I'm making the 24 size, and that's why I'm worried about the fit, because according to this, you actually are supposed to subtract 1.5 inches from what they say the finished garment measurement is, because they calculated it incorrectly. There was a little insert in with the pattern that told me that. But I still chose to do the size 24. And the reason being is because it has a 5/8 inch seam allowance. And I think I did 5/8 inch on my pajama pants, and I think that's why they were too big, because I do a thin seam line. So I think I have plenty of extra room. But if not, I have a couple of friends that this would fit, so it's not a big deal. I will just gift it and remake it in my correct size. That's the great thing about sewing, right? So I'm going to go work on this and try to get it finished tonight so that hopefully it fits and it looks good and I can wear it to our date night tomorrow. So I will keep you posted. I've been fiddling with this neckline for about 45 minutes now, and I've come to the conclusion, which I kind of knew a while ago. There is no amount of stretching in the world, or fiddling or pinning, that's going to make this neck fit that and it be a scoop neck, because let me show you. This is not going to fit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the seam apart, and I'm going to go downstairs, remeasure, recut, see if I can add some fabric to this length and lengthen this and see if I can get it to fit then. The only thing I can think of is maybe they misdirected me when I was sewing this together, because it said to sew it at 3/8 inch seam allowance and then trim to 1/4, and I'm thinking that just took way too much of the fabric up. So I'm gonna go remeasure, re-lengthen, and see if I can get it to fit correctly. Thank God I have extra fabric. I'm giving up. I tried to lengthen that piece, and then my sewing machine started jamming. Now there's something wrong with it and I can't figure it out, so I quit. It's 11:30. No shirt for me.